Hello, and welcome to a smooth brain guide to Black Mage in Final Fantasy XIV. I'll be giving a simple guide on how to successfully Black Mage. So simple, even a smooth brain like me can do it. Let's start with your base rotation. Blizzard, Fire, and Transpose are your best friends, at least until you unlock level 40. You'll want to use Fire as your main damage dealer, which gives you the trait Astral Fire. This consumes more mana, but has a higher damage output. When you run out of mana, use Transpose to switch over to Astral Ice and start using Blizzard. This will regen your mana faster than you can spend it. And while you're at it, don't forget to use Thunder, which you unlock at level 6. Dots are always useful. Sometimes you'll be fighting multiple enemies at once. For this, you'll have AOE Attacks. The first is Blizzard 2, which affects an area around you. The next is Fire 2, which explodes on the target, dealing damage around it. Finally, Thunder 2 is an AOE dot, so it's useful to throw that out onto hordes. Okay, now that you're level 50, let's go through your new rotation. You'll want to start off with Blizzard 3. This will get you Astral Ice 2 and reduce the mana cost of your second spell, Fire 3. This will get you Astral Fire 2, and like before, do more damage for higher mana cost. Fire 1 is still your friend, as it has a shorter cast time and has a chance to give you Fire Starter. This lets Fire 3 be cast for free. Swap back to Astral Ice for mana regen before using this. And don't forget to use Thunder, which has now become Thunder 3, doing more damage over time for a longer period. Now that you've reached level 50, you actually have an area of effect rotation that you can do. To start this off, use Swift Cast, which lets you cast any spell instantly. Then use Flare, a level 50 high damage area of effect spell that looks pretty cool. Once this has gone off, you'll have used up all your mana, so transpose over to Astral Ice and use Freeze. Keep doing this until you've completely regained mana and use Flare again. Rinse and repeat until the enemies are dead. Two other useful abilities unlocked at level 30 are Mana Ward, which creates a barrier around you, and Mana Front, which restores up to 30% of your mana. At level 50, you also unlock an ability called Ethereal Manipulation. This is incredibly useful if you need to get out of an AOE effect. Just select another party member, activate Ethereal Manipulation, and off you zoom. For level 60, you'll need to have completed Heaven's Ward, as well as all the Black Mage relevant quests. Your rotation will largely be the same, but you'll have some new abilities. First, it's Ley Lines. While you are standing in this circle, your spell cast and recast time are reduced by 15%. But be careful, this will attract enemy AoEs. While this isn't official, it does appear to happen a lot more often. Sharpcast is used to ensure the next time you use Fire or Thunder, their additional effects will be triggered. Now, let's talk about Enochian. This increases your spell damage by 15%. This also lets you cast 4 new spells, but for now, it's only Fire 4 and Blizzard 4 you'll have access to. First, while under the effect of Umbral Ice, use Blizzard 4. This will grant you 3 Umbral Hearts. These nullify the cost increase for fire spells, and each one will consume a single heart. Now, use Fire 3 to swap over to Astral Fire, and use Fire 4. This will deal a large amount of damage to a single target. Bounce between Fire 1 and Fire 4 until out of mana, swap back to Umbral Ice by using Blizzard 3 and repeat. For level 70, you'll need to have beaten Stormblood and the relevant Black Mage quests once again. Your rotation is the same as before, but there are a few new abilities and spells to enhance it. First is Between the Lines. This lets you zoom across the battlefield to get back to your ley lines. At 64, Thunder 2 upgrades to Thunder 4 for even more damage over time. At level 66, you'll unlock Triple Cast. This means your next 3 spells after activating will have no cast time, much like Swift Cast, but you do still have to worry about the recast time. Once you reach level 70, you'll gain a new resource called Polyglot. You only have 1 pip in this for now, and you'll earn it by keeping your Enochian buff active for 30 seconds. This is easy if you follow the level 60 rotation. Once you have a Polyglot pip, you can use it to cast Foul, a high damage area of effect spell. Now for your level 80 spells, which you'll unlock naturally as you level up. First is a spell called Despair, which can only be used under Enochian and Astral Fire. Personally, this spell replaces half of my rotation for Astral Fire, but can be used to enhance it as well. It consumes all remaining mana, but does a large amount of damage to a single target. You can either have it replace Fire 1 and 4 completely, or use it once you're low on mana before using Blizzard 3. By the time you've unlocked Despair, it'll cost no mana to use Blizzard 3 if you have Astral Fire 3 in effect. Umbral Soul is like Despair for casting conditions requiring Enochian and Umbral Ice to be in effect. However, unlike Despair, it deals no damage. Instead, it grants an Umbral Heart. Your final spell is called Xenoglossy. You'll now be able to earn 2 pips of Polyglot, providing you are able to keep Enochian up for 60 seconds. This spell consumes 1 pip. It deals a large amount of damage to a single target, perfect for trials or dungeon bosses. And now you know how to play Black Mage. I hope you found this video helpful, and please, leave a comment below on what class you'd like to see next. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.